thing next, no, in a couple more Thursdays, but it is a Thursday night. It's the annual party of the Jackson County, Michigan Historical Society, and we have from the Society Linda Haas and Judy Ganton. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So the Society, it's a pretty young organization.
This is our third year. This will be our third annual holiday party. And we've just seen it grow from 50 people the first year to over 80 people the second year. And this year, our third year, we have about 85 people signed up for it already. It's open to the public, $25 a person. And it's just going to be a fun night of a speaker presentation, historical awards, displays by museums, raffle prizes, a catered meal. It should really be a fun, festive event.
And anyone can go. You don't have to be a member of the society.
Right.
And where and what time, and how do you get tickets?
Thursday, December 7th, and it's going to be at the Commonwealth Commerce Center, first floor ballroom from 6 to 8 p.m. You can get tickets at the door, but we'd like to have registration by the 22nd just for food planning purposes. You can go to our website online and buy tickets as well, the Historical Society website, and just click the link for tickets. But it's the more the merrier. We look forward to the public, and it really should be a fun time of just gathering in a festive way to have a display of museums all around Jackson County. It's a really rare opportunity to have displays. Every museum so far we have 8.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I'll be there. I'm looking forward to seeing both of you. And between your brain and your husband's museum, you are a repository of Jackson County history right here. And will your museum be one of the museums?
Absolutely. We have been working with all of the museums, being the Historical Society, so we have displays there. But where can you go for $25 and have a full course meal, dessert, beverages, plus our speaker? That's what I'm excited about, Linda.
Yeah.
I'm a World War II buff. I really love to read World War II novels and that sort of thing, and history. And we have a speaker coming that is going to talk about POW camps in Michigan, in Jackson County.
What? We had World War II POW camps in Jackson County?
Yes, I'm not talking about like Japanese internment camps or anything like that. Mm-hmm. We're talking about prisoner of war camps in Jackson
County. I did not know that.
It was in Waterloo Township. It was called Camp Waterloo, and it was from 1944 to 1945. This is almost an undisclosed bit of Jackson's history.
Wow.
And our speaker, Dr. Gregory Sumner, who is a professor of history at Detroit University Mercy, he's an expert on POW camps throughout Michigan, and he will be talking about including Jackson's POW camp, in which we had German prisoners of war that worked for area muck growers. These were farmers that specialized in the dark, rich soil where they grew radishes and onions and things like that. They harvested and cultivated the crops. And there's pictures from 1944 newspaper articles about the prisoners putting the crops in crates that they were given. So it's just going to be a fascinating look at this undisclosed bit of Jackson's history.
I didn't know. We grow onions and muck out that way.
Apparently they like the rich, dark soil.
I'm going to laugh because Lloyd, when he was a boy, weeded the onions. I'm sorry, Lloyd.
And I said Lloyd's museum, but Lloyd and Judy have this museum, and a good deal of it is Judy's collections in the museum too.
Experience Jackson, you can also buy tickets through Experience Jackson. But this is going to be a really fun evening. Yes, Yale Carriage Shop will be there, and we might even bring our latest award.
I want to know more about this. Last week, Lloyd Ganton was at a big dinner in Detroit.
Grosse Pointe at the Ford House, where Edsel Ford was. We did win first prize for tourism from the Motor Cities National Heritage area.
Our museum
Yeah.
Won the
Little-
first place.
little-
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I know.
Was it a surprise? Did you know when you
Yes.
won?
Well, we knew we were one of the three finalists.
Wow.
And but we were up against some pretty big competition.
Well, sure. I mean, we've got. I bet
It's-
the Gilmore or somebody like that was up there. But I bet I haven't seen the Gilmore, but I can't believe anything would be better than this ye old carriage.
Well, there was somebody there that said that. But one thing that did really impress me was they said when they announced this, they said this is the only display of Jackson automobiles in the world. I mean, we think of it as in Jackson County, but they said this is a great collection, the one and only in the whole world of Jackson automobiles, and that's true.
Yeah, it is, and it's amazing because
So
big part of our history, Jackson was an automotive
Huge,
manufacturing, a significant location.
huge part of our history.
But aside from the museum, I want to tell you what the Historical Society is doing.
Okay, I didn't go to last year's party, but I was at the first one. Remember who the guest speaker was?
No?
Linda Haas.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It was at our museum.
Yeah,
That's
it was at your
Exactly.
museum.
At our museum, yes. But you know, Linda is a busy lady, and she is always coming up with something. And we have been doing these booklets. And this one's on the Civil War area. This one's on the Poor Farm in Jackson. There are others. I just couldn't put my hands on them all. And this one talks about all the historical markers we have done so far. You would not believe the historical markers that we have been putting up around Jackson County.
I believe it. I've been at every one of them.
And we're doing a speakers bureau. Yes, you have been.
How many are there?
I don't know.
Booklets?
No.
There are
Markers?
18,
Markers.
18
18
historical
markers.
markers all throughout Jackson County. And this booklet gives a review of all of them. Where are they located? What's so
let him
significant about them? You know, what's the backstory to these interesting places? So if you ever wanted to take a tour around Jackson County and see all the markers that are installed and find out a little bit about the history, it takes you from the north all the way down to the south of Brooklyn, and you can just sample all the
Where-
variety of markers.
Where can you get the books?
You can get the books at our holiday party, I'm glad to tell you. It is $5 a booklet, as well as being for sale online.
This
and
is our biggest one, I think, the Poor Farm.
On the Poor Farm. It's just some of the fascinating, interesting.
Ken Wyatt has
Yes.
worked on this booklet as well as Linda, but Linda's a very busy lady. She's always putting together something.
Linda, when that was in existence, did our community call it the Poor Farm?
They called it a variety of names: the County Farm, the Jackson County Poor Farm, the Infirmary Farm. But the name that they kept going back to was the Poor Farm, most generically, I guess you could say. That is why County Farm Road is called County Farm Road. In
And
fact,
it's actually at that spot where they're developing.
unfortunately, the building doesn't exist anymore, but the cemetery does exist, and you can see the imprint of the building still in the land today. And some of the stories are just fascinating.
And we did put a marker there.
We did
Yeah.
put as one of the places for the historical marker. I have to also tell you that at our party we're going to unveil 3 of our historical awards. Who was the recipient of Community Impact Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, and the Historic Rehabilitation Award. We give these out annually. So individuals and organizations are going to be unveiled as winners of these historical awards.
Oh, fun. So that'll be fun to celebrate those winners and have a great dinner and listen to Dr. Sumner.
And it's not too late to get tickets. We'd really like to have all of Jackson come to this party. We've got the room.
I would say, as an organization, the amount of work that you've accomplished in just 3 years of existence is pretty amazing.
I have to give a lot of credit to Maurice Emhoff, who was the founder of our organization and really had the vision for this and assembled the first board. And then I think, we've all contributed to it in our own way, a lot of the contributions. Thankful for Lloyd and Judy Ganton, as well as everyone on our board is really committed, really passionate about local history.
I've learned a lot from the work you all have done. And you, all
Yeah,
the Underground
it's-
Railroad history work that you've done.
It's inspiring, I think. Yeah, even today.
She's always writing.
Something.
What's your next book?
I can't tell you that.
right.
It'll be something historical, though. I can tell you that.
Stay tuned. And Judy, you were going to write a book about.
No, I'm not going to write a book. You're always telling me to write that book.
You should have read a book. All right, we'll keep working on that. We'll see you at the party, and thanks for being
party.
here.
Thank
Yes.
you. Look forward to it.
It'll be fun.
It sounds like it. From the Jackson County, Michigan Historical Society, Linda Haas and Judy Ganton.